your news in your community. This is KRBZ, Abilene's local news at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kathleen Barkley.
Hello, dearies. I am your great host over here. I'm not telling you a name because I'm not reading Blanche. It's stupid. With daily reports of arrests made for child sex crimes, it may seem like these offenses are on the rise.
But the cybercrime unit of Abilene Police Department says the number of these crimes committed is not necessarily increasing, but is a greater pursuit to catch these sex offenders.
Well, as we reported last week, this old Kmart building will become the new home for the Abilene Police Department. And with the new building comes new facilities, including a laboratory for the Cyber Crimes Unit. And we're told by Sergeant Jason Hack of Cyber Crimes that he was unaware of how much child porn was circulating, especially in Abilene.
There had been a few cases off and on throughout our careers where we would hear about this stuff come up. When we specifically started targeting these crimes, it was unreal with the amount of offenders that are out there that are viewing child pornography.
And while Detective Christopher Milliron says cyber crimes encompasses more than child pornography,
cyber crimes are online solicitation of minors, cases where people are soliciting, underage children for sex.
Sergeant Hack says there's a correlation between sexual assault.
Now we'll have more local news coming up in 60 seconds. First, let's go to K-Bark with the weather.
Oh, well, it doesn't break just because I throw it, but it's going to be real windy. Look at this paper airplane that I made. No, that worked well. Okay, 61 tomorrow. Yeah, that's tomorrow morning because AM means morning. There's going to be wind, and you need that wind. I don't know why. You just for your kite. Yes, Mrs. Doubtfire, thank you. There's also going to be some sun, so that's pretty good news. And here's a graphic Dylan never uses, but if you're going out to the school bus, stop. I can't go there. It's fine. I don't know why I tried to change graphics. Okay, let's go back to the news.
Now, coming up from the state capitol today, lawmakers have now passed a bill to raise teacher pay. This tops your Texas legislature news tonight. The bill would rise not only teachers' pay, but also include other long overdue improvements. The bill provides $9 billion in school funding, more money for each student, and mechanisms to lower property tax. In a statement, Governor Greg Abbott said the legislature is making changes that would have lasting impact on our education system and, more importantly, our students.
And in more local news tonight. Woo! Trucks are delivering goods from Mexico to the United States are facing up to 12 hours. Gridlock companies now in fear of border shutdown would inflict chaos on supply chains and the $1.7 billion daily trade. The U.S. Department of Homeland Security officials said a recent redeployment of about 750 officers on the border has led to the slowing of legal crossings and commerce at ports of entry. And with gridlock at the ports of entry, schools in border towns, like the University of Texas at El Paso, are getting prepared for the potential impact from housing to food. That's because students may not be able to freely cross that border into Juarez or El Paso. UTEP is already preparing for the worst with President's latest threats to close the border. Food pantries are being set up for students unable to return home to Mexico, and warnings are going out to students to start planning for the border shutdown as this would end up affecting, I cannot talk, international programs and temporary housing.
Fortunately have someone that I can stay with because I know it's not a lot of room and there's a lot of us that cross daily. And if I get stuck in Juarez, well, I've been communicating with my professors. They all understand what's going on. Even my boss knows what's going on, so we're just going to work it out as it goes.
UTEP has over 25,000 students, not including staff, that could potentially be affected by the border closing.
The city of Ranger celebrating its 100th anniversary tomorrow. KRB's Kelsey Pittman is showing how he's pushing through the tough times.
In an era of horse and buggies, drawing in people because of the McCluskey oil well. Their population being about 35 to 40,000.
Main Street used to be a lot busier. A lot of fancy stores and barber shops.
Now, 100 years later, it's a bit quieter. with a population of nearly 2,500.
When we opened up, there wasn't a vacant building on Main Street. There was business in every one of them. And then it just slowly disappeared. But we stayed because we still had a good business, still doing lots of work.
Joanne Greenwood is the owner of W. Greenwood's Auto Parts Shop that opened in 1968.
Thank you, Kelsey. The festivities tomorrow and go through Sunday. There will be a parade, concert, vendors, time capsule, and revealing on the first ever Ranger flag, and it's all free. And staying with Ranger, police officers are participating in a viral hashtag back in the Bluebonnet Photo Challenge. Police officers across the state are posing the Bluebonnet fields and posting these witty captions. The Rangers Police Department captioned this photo. Felt pretty, might arrest someone later. I don't know. These posts have been shared almost 700 times.
Oh, Didi, after more than a decade of the remains of 17 unaccompanied veterans will be escorted from Amarillo to San Antonio to finally be laid to rest. Tomorrow afternoon, the Patriot Guard motorcycle riders will be stopping in Sweetwater at Love's gas station to refuel around 1:30 p.m. After that, they will head south toward Menard for their final stop before reaching their destination in San Antonio. I'm dyslexic. Shut up, Kathleen. Love's has even donated $2,000 to their mission. It's hard for former prisoners to build a new life once they're not behind bars anymore. That's where New Beginnings steps in to help. And today is the first day of the annual New Beginnings garage sale. This story is that Positively Abilene, this is the group's largest fundraiser of the year, allowing to support the women that come through its program. Most of them are newly released from prison, needing help to get back on their feet. After the sale offers plenty of great finds, it also offers the chance to gain a new perspective on those coming out of incarceration, with women in the program on site to help visitors sit through their sale.
There's kind of a stigma, you know, with people that have been in prison, that have been incarcerated. And so I think seeing them in the different light, that, you know, they're just like we are. They're normal people. They just need extra help sometimes.
You can get a sneak peek of that sale tonight with donations to the Beginnings. The sale continues tomorrow through Saturday at 118 Arnold Boulevard. More information can be found on their Facebook page or on our website, bigcountryhomepage.com. Didis.
And coming up on your local news, the Abilene Zoo has a new face lurking in the trees.
Oh, it looks so good.
We'll introduce you to the new edition when we come back.
Now do weather! Do it! Do it now!
And as you're heading off to work or school tomorrow, you might want to pack a light jacket. It's going to be a little breezy, but it's going to be nice as you're heading home. I'll have that full forecast after the break.
This is KRVC, Abilene's local